This is March 10th of 2017, and this reading is for Miss Alisha Albinder. And I'm gonna shuffle the cards. I'm gonna be using tarot cards that are related to emotional issues in women, like anything that can be related to the feminine energy. The first step, I want to see how's Alicia's etheric body and physical body doing, because I'm going to work throughout the layers of existence. First, I'm going to see the physical level, then I'm going to see the spiritual level and the emotional level. So let's see what the cards tell us in regards of any imbalances that physically could be affecting whatever Alisha is attracting to her life, good or bad, and in health-wise and also in her relationships. Okay, the first card that I got here is a card of fate, which is not a bad card because it looks like she's trying to work out things, maybe making an extra effort to clear the path, whatever is going on. But I see that two more people are involved here that could be giving her some advice that is confusing her. So she needs to center herself a little bit more and remain like this figure here in the middle. And if we can see, this energy here is dressed with white, the other one is dressed in black. So she has to avoid to be leaning towards one pole or the other. Is like totally good or totally bad. Well, she's remaining in the middle. She's dressed with red. So red is actions. Instead of being worried and concerned about what is going to happen, she needs to take actions and make a fast decision, because red is something, is a color that is telling us that she has to make a decision. And fate and Three of Wands, it's a good card when the person makes a decision, when the person, for example, gets out of the bed and has to do whatever they have to do. So maybe instead of listening too much, instead of asking too much, she needs to make a decision, whether it's whatever her heart tells her to do, because the red is the color of passion and blood and heart. So whatever drives her to feel happy and alive. Okay, Four of Swords. Four of Swords is telling me that she, physically, the energy that she's having now is not healthy. That means that she might need more activity. She might need to balance rest with activity, because I see that she could be asking for a time out, or to recover energy, physical energy. But the thing is that she's not tired because she's been doing a lot physically. It's because maybe emotional problems. The swords mean mental stress or mental overload, like worrying a lot. It's not a bad card either, but it's telling her you need to meditate, you need to rest, to reevaluate, especially some maybe company around her that is telling her a lot. And physically also, she needs the body to be recharged physically. Then we have the Princess of Pentacles here, which is very good because it looks like she has the strength to make the decisions and to clear the paths. There might be some arguing with people around her own age. Maybe this has to do with work, because it's like at work she has to make some decisions, and other people are trying to put pressure on her. And I see a lot of protection. I see a lot of pentacles here, 3 pentacles and a triangle, which is a lot of protection. And I don't see anything that physically will block her. What she needs is a lot of rest and balance between doing whatever she has to do and forget about the world. Because that connection, sometimes we do things and even though we go to bed, we keep thinking and thinking about what happens during the day or what is going to happen. So it's time to have more like precise actions to achieve goals. Precision is like, I'm going to do this no matter what. Now, in the physical level, health-wise, these cards are telling me that there's a good balance here. I don't see maybe stress or a neck pain or anything that has to do with lifting weights that she has to be careful about. The back, her back, the sciatica, things related to that. That's it, but not major, because it's recovery. These are cards of recovery. Let's get in depth with the emotional levels. Okay, let's see the next level of existence, which is emotional. Emotionally, she is being a little bit pessimistic, over realistic. I see that the King of Swords is a lot of activity in her head, like thinking that she's right in everything. So she has to maybe be more flexible. As we see, there's an 8 figure here. It's like more flexibility, because the King of Swords, that's the energy she has now. So either she's projecting that energy into a male figure, or she's behaving like the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is like inflexible because he knows that he's right. He sees everything. He has like a decision to make, and he won't change his mind. But if it's her, she needs to reevaluate things again. So that 8 figure is like, okay, put yourself in other people's shoes. Think about, like, if you need to fix some documents, fix them now, because it's a good time to fix them. And don't let 3 of Swords has to do with pessimism, and the Devil is sabotage. So I will say emotionally you need to look for a more optimistic view in your situation, because you're being dragged. When the Devil shows up in an emotional level, we're talking about thinking about past experiences. And with the 3 of Swords, it's like things related to material world, money, or sexual interactions with your partner, or anything that is physical and that is like sabotaging your self-image, your financial security. So all those things needs to be straightened out, that they can be straightened out without problems, because you have the King of Swords. But it's the pessimism, so be more optimistic. Maybe you feel betrayed by people around you, and you need to be strong. You need to just keep going, remove this negative energy. One of my advices for you to take while you're going through this, it's to dress in blue colors and to put in your house some blue candles. If you can find eucalyptus oil, eucalyptus or peppermint or eucalyptus soap, lotion, natural, with natural oils, nothing artificial. I will wear it. I will put some on my forehead and my third eye, my temples, and around my bed, around every corner of the house, to purify that energy, because this is clogged energy in your mental level. And you need to repel whatever is giving you bad advice, whoever is giving you a bad influence, or those ghosts from the past, those memories that are hurting you, that are, maybe you don't realize it, but subconsciously there are some things in the emotional level that have to do with failure, they have to do with sorrow. The card of sorrow is here, and you're like, your present time, it's being contaminated by those unconscious messages. Please try to clear the space, clear your aura with the eucalyptus or the peppermint oils. If you're not allergic, if you have any type of allergies, I will suggest some frankincense and maybe citronella, the ones that they use for mosquitoes. That will help too. Okay, lemongrass, that will repel all these negative energies here. Now let's see, we see emotional and some of the mental level here. Let's see more of that mental energy here. Okay, the mental energy is being reflected onto others. Two of Wands is not a bad card, but if you ask too much advice to other people around you that are involved in the situation, you're going to see the negative side. So I will say, try to recognize yourself as having enough power to see the help in the light of the sun. Because when somebody gives you advice and you try to look for advice, like this is a reflection, some other people can give you that are involved in the same situation. See, it's just divided by this lake, this surface of water. They can give you their projections. So I will say, focus on the environment that has enough light, enough mental clarity. Find the mental clarity within yourself, because you have that answer. Well, mentally, of course, you have the cards of lovers. It's a period of your life where you are, this is very obvious, the lovers making decisions, first of all, and then deciding what's the best, what are those best steps that you have to make. And I see the Pope. So marriage. The Pope is as you can see, this is a priest celebrating any ceremony, a blessing. So the lovers with the Pope is like you're attracting the blessings to your life. Mentally, if you detach from these emotional issues, you will attract love. You will attract harmony in your life. Also, this first card, now that I see the other ones, it could be talking about you reflecting some negative energies from the unconscious onto your partner, and vice versa. Again, if you clear that energy, if you clear your aura, because I see a little bit of clogged energy in your aura. You can definitely see harmony in your relationship, and that it's confirmed through this card, which is the card of happiness, Nine of Cups. As you can see, there is a couple here celebrating all the achievements and being successful and protected. Now let's see what these cards say, because it's very important. This reading is in the mental level, these three cards. And what does that mean? That means that with your mental energy, leaving the emotional problems on the side, you can achieve happiness. Now, if we see there are 9 cups, and there's a flower with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 petals. So I will say you are, and the number 9, first of all, it represents that you achieve a state of maturity in your relationship. And then number 10 has to do with a fresh start. So number 9 is you feel things heavy now, but once the situation gets better, you're going to have a fresh start with your partner. Okay? Now let me see how is his energy towards you. We have the Sun. The Sun is the card of twin flames, or somebody in your life that is beyond the love of your life. It's beyond a romance. It has to do with like a twin flame, like those couples that get together, and the passion is there because the Sun is warmth and passion too, but also they can work as best friends, they can work as family, like family. They feel like family. So you and your future husband, there's a good blessed connection here. Beautiful cards, very radiant cards that I get. But these shadows of the past are blocking that a little bit. Okay, so I told you what to do in regards of this. This is aura cleansing here. Let me check the rest of the influence in your life. We're gonna evaluate what else is going on in your financial life and your decisions, in your even your neighbors. We can check the all areas in your life in regards of the situation that you're living with your future marriage. All right, the first card is telling me of what's the energy that you're putting into the situation. And we have here the Hermit. You want to protect yourself in all this going on. You have to communicate a little bit more. What are your concerns towards your partner especially, because the Hermit is like you're holding on to something, and this is your partner. This is how you behave. This row has to do with you, and this row has to do with your partner. Okay. So as we see, the Hermit, you want to protect yourself. You might feel some tension coming from him, But he has the Queen of Pentacles, which is a strong drive towards material stability and also stability in his life. So both cards are compatible, but they can be a little bit inflexible, because those are cards ruled by the element earth, and earth can be inflexible. And these black skies is that both of you can be a little bit pessimistic now, but you have to find practicality. Okay, as you can see, the Hermit has his own light, and this figure here has to do with the moon too. So both of them have some lights illuminating the path. You feel more independent. He feels like he's getting maybe advice from the mother or somebody close to him. The light is closer to you, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have illumination. But it's like you're holding that light and you want to fix things, and it can be a little bit of struggle for make him see the light, because you're facing the light and he's not facing the light. But it's gonna come up with good results. Even though this card is showing us that this figure is being just focused on lower. This is a light. This is a fire that some people put down here camping. So that means that he is being focused on maybe more earthly situations, and you're more focused towards advancement and independence and like a breakthrough in your life. So he's like kind of a little bit stuck there in some financial issues. And now financially, your finances, temperance. Temperance is telling me to be patient, because things are going to get better. There's angels of blessing in your financial gain, in your progress as a professional. On his side, we see 5 of Wands, because it looks like financially there's not a good flow of energy in his life. So that might be some issues going on, or maybe if it has to do with your family, on your family side, it's like there's some concerns about how the stability is going to be between the two of you. On your side, I see more stability. He is more concerned about stuck in financial problems of the past. It's like he doesn't want to evolve. He doesn't want to release some maybe a job or something that is making him feel stuck in the past. Your thoughts. Your thoughts are radical. You can be very radical when you have to be. And the truth that you speak can hurt people, but don't hold back. Don't hold back, because you have to clear the path. Either like old contracts, papers, like anything that is that ties you down with any contract, you can just dissolve that. And also I see that through your words, because this is your words, your communication, you are clearing the path for a new beginning. Okay? Definitely this is a combination of cards, because his communication has to do with maybe negative speech, and you don't want that. It's like there's something that he's talking about hardship. He might be talking about difficult situations, or in his mind he could be attracting that. or you can be projecting that onto his style, communication style. So communication is something that needs to be definitely be cleared out too. Okay, so peppermint and eucalyptus, they work on the 5th chakra, which is the chakra of communication. I will use them both. If you can put it on your throat, some eucalyptus, that will help a lot. If you can make him do it too, because he needs some clearing in his energy field, that will be awesome too. Let me see your emotions. We have the Princess of Swords. Again, emotionally, we have a fire card, and we see that you are trying to explore the best ways to improve your house situation, your family situation, and it's very likely that you're going to conquer. You're going to achieve the results that you want. In his side, this is his emotions. This is your partner's emotions. And we see 5 of Cups. So there's some depression going on there. If you don't see him as being depressed, that depression can be flourishing unconsciously and creating problems. So I see that on both sides there are some energies from the past that neither you have to let go. Like he has to let go some deceitful situations, like disappointments in the past, and you have to let go of some suffering too, and some people giving you like negative advice, because all this energy can be cleared. As we can see, this man is giving the bag to this woman, but so that means that he doesn't want to face his feminine side in regards of acknowledging and putting himself in your shoes. He is afflicted by these cups, this cup that is spilled, but he doesn't see the ones that are standing. So a little bit of pessimism on his side. And it has to do with his family. There's something going on with his family that he's really, really low, really down, memories or something that is currently happening. I'll see that you are more energetic and more active in regards of investigating what's going on and how can we solve this problem. I see him a little bit more passive. Okay. Your heart. Your heart has the card of defense. So you are emotionally maybe not given freely those positive emotions. It's like you're holding back to your feelings. You're holding back to whatever makes you happy, and the flow of love is being blocked here. So this is the heart. For this heart that is a little bit affected by this energy of blockages, which is defensive energy, you want to defend your heart, your feelings, you don't want to be hurt. I will also suggest you to work on your 4th chakra, which is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is can be cleansed with rose water. Okay, rose quartz, rose water, hematite too. But if you can find a rose petals soap, that will be great, because that will unlock that energy in your heart chakra. Okay. In the meantime, I can see that his heart, there's some like incoherent energy here, because emotionally I see that he has his like a sadness inside of him. And in this in this reading, we see that he wants to give all his heart to you, and also include like a group of friends that he has, or people that he loves in that happy moment. What I don't like about this is that the Three of Cups is good for celebrations, but it's not good when you want to keep your privacy in your relationship, because it's like, then okay, you can celebrate, have a party, but then you don't want other people to be involved in your private matters. So he has to set some limits there. He has a good flow of willingly give love, but he has to set some limits with people that want to like give opinions in his love life decisions. You are defensive of that. You're really maybe you don't trust whoever is around him. Maybe you're not trusting how things are going on. And once again, that is going to clear up with the energy cleansing. And it's easy. It's just rose water and eucalyptus or peppermint, okay, for communication and for love. For 7 days at least in a row, every day, once or twice a day, when you wake up and when you go to bed. Health-wise, okay, health-wise, this position here has to do with organizing your life, or how to get involved in routines in your life. Also health, how to keep yourself healthy. So we see the King of Wands here. That means that you're being very strong, very aware of what is going on. Maybe a little bit of jealousy, maybe a little bit of gossiping around messages that can be blocking your decisions. But I see you very aware of what is going on, especially with the Hermit here. It's like you're very, very aware of what is going on. When we look at him in his how he's organizing his life, so everything revolves around love, okay? The card of love. So he's very involved in the relationship. He is making decisions around the Ace of Cups, which is a new house, a new beginning. And it's very good because this area here has to do with the result of these decisions towards this side. So we see that you start with practical matters, taking care of organizing your own lives, and then you end up with a good relationship, with harmony. But also you need to filter these interventions or these whatever was happening in the past. It's about energy cleansing. It's nothing more like that, because even though if you have, for example, some situations about relocation, about legal stuff or paperwork that might be altered, or situations from the past that are still affecting your relationship, trust me, once you clear your aura, once you clear that energy, you're gonna see advancement. Things are going to start to fall into place. And if I'm not wrong, the marriage, the wedding is going to be performed in April or May. So we're going to take a look at that. And I can see some Eight of Wands. It's like things are rushing. You're rushing too much. So maybe you have to take it easy. Okay? This is like this is not a bad omen. It's Eight of Wands, which is things are speeding up. So you have to look for some shortcuts. Princess of Cups is telling me to just maybe base your union in a more focus on the emotions, because this is like a child, the love of a child. Focus your emotion on simplicity. Don't rush. Don't feel stressed out, because this is like falling from Pegasus, the rescuer. So things are going well, and then rushing. You want to rush that flying horse, you might fall from it. So try to just keep it simple. Meditate. This is the Pappas, the High Priestess, and it's telling me to meditate, to look into yourself, to feel calmer, because I see a lot of stress here. So feel calmer, some meditation, some prayer, because your energy field, once you meditate, once you start breathing calmly, like 10 minutes a day, 5-10 minutes a day, you can visualize yourself surrounded by a light of a pink light, white and pink, like deep rose colors, and that will help your energy to be more focused, and you will attract a more harmonic environment and situations. Okay. Three of Pentacles, everything is gonna work out well. And Seven of Pentacles, I see two poles here. One is success and one is failure. So this energy that says failure here, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be like a failure itself. It has to do with patience again, because the Seven of Pentacles, it's, for example, when you're planting any vegetable and you want to get the fruit before it's ready, that doesn't mean that it's a total failure. It's like you are desperate to get something, and then, okay, you have to wait more time to get a ripened fruit in better stage, but you have to wait. So now I will tell you, don't rush, because the more you rush, the more you feel stressed out. You can just have some things that cannot work out at the end. Seven of Cups is telling me that there are so many options that you have. You don't know how to decide what to do, if you want to dress this way, if you want to go that way, if you want to go that route. No, you have to take simplicity, simple steps. Let's do this, that, without that elaborated steps in the middle. And the Strength, okay, the Strength is telling me you need to sleep a little bit more, okay? This Dream card with the Strength is telling me that because you are too overly concerned, thinking about the situation, you are maybe not sleeping well and daydreaming when you should be dreaming in your sleep. Instead of that, you're so tired that you feel confused while you're awake, and you daydream about things. So it's kind of things that you need to control. The Strength is telling me to control your sleeping cycle. Again, the Moon here is telling me about some people around you. Let me see. Yeah, disillusion, cruelty, and the moon. Is about people giving you messages. Maybe somebody from the sign of Aquarius, or something that happened in end of January and beginning of February, that brought you down a little bit. That that is just your inner fears, or other people's fears that are projected, that they want to project into you. Don't follow that. Don't really fall into that game, because it has nothing to do with your path. Okay, your path has to do with a family, has to do with flourishing in your relationship, and to travel, because I can see that you're gonna travel with your husband, and you need to get out of that place where you're living now, because I see that there's some vibrations there that are not healthy for you. Okay. Reward, Ace of Pentacles. You're gonna get that when you make those steps, because you need to be in a space where you have some nature around, like a little backyard, something that connects you to the ground, that you can walk bare feet, and connect to the energy of nature. Okay. And again, the Chariot is giving me a reinforcement about that trip that you're gonna make. There's maybe situation where you're gonna be relocating, and you're gonna help out maybe your partner, because definitely he feels that he needs a new beginning in his life. He feels like he's like this tapped in the back. He feels like he needs a fresh start, and you have the positive energy to help him out to get out of there. Eight of Pentacles is learning, so this learning process for him might be a little bit painful. And he needs a lot of protection too. I will tell him to wear red, because red is, as we can see, the color that is going to protect him against those influences from the past. I see a lot of red here. Two of Cups, harmony and romance. So I see that the feelings are not the problem in this relationship. The problem in this relationship are around power that has to do with finances, has to do with patterns in the family that tell us that some people live with lack of trust in their relationships, and they are projecting that in this situation. And once again, the love is there, but the fourth chakra, as I told you, your fourth chakra, and maybe his fourth chakra, needs to be clear to really connect with the present and leave the past in the past, because both of you have that connection with some traumatic events that you haven't let go yet. So clear the energy with peppermint and eucalyptus, and the heart energy, the loving energy, with roses. Roses are a very effective, you can even use live rose petals. Try to get them organic, because some of them are like sprayed with a lot of pesticides. But you might find some genuine rose water. You have to get them in a specialized store and spray it. There are sprays with rose water. You can spray it on your chest every day, once or twice a day. And also rose, okay, the energy of the roses. In our aura, sometimes we have entities, like they look like leeches. like vampires, like energy draining entities. This is what is happening, because when I saw that image of the devil in the reading of your emotional reading, I saw these entities draining a little bit of your love energy, and also your partner. Your partner should benefit from this too. And the rose water and the eucalyptus too, but the eucalyptus removes more other type of larvas and draining entities. But especially for relationships and emotional connection, rose water is a neutralizer. It's like an antibiotic. You kill those growths, like it's like bacterial growth going on in the aura. So rose water acts as an antiseptic and gives a boost to the love energy, so that heart chakra will remagnetize itself, will shine better, and you're going to start to find more harmony in your surroundings. Because when your energy is not right, when you still have those patterns going on, even though if you don't realize it's you, because anything that happens in your life is you, unconsciously or consciously, once you resolve that, you're going to see that things are going to start to fall in place. You're going to start to see problems getting solved, conflictive people either stepping away or improving their behavior, improving. You're going to see changes in general. You're going to see changes towards a more harmonious life inside and outside of you. Also, disappointments in the past, they get like forgiven. It's easier to forgive, easier to move on in your life, and you'll feel the energy of love stronger in your life. Now, I would like to hear from you if you want to ask some questions about this. I will take a few more minutes or some minutes by phone. And this reading was for Alisha Albinder. So if Alisha, if you're watching this video, I was talking in third person and then first person because I didn't know who was going to watch the video. But yes, there's a few steps to take, so you can have everything done by the date of your wedding.